Okay. Hello, everyone. Ish here, and thank you for joining in. This question was posed to me the other day, and I kind of want to ask everyone here what if the scariest thing that you decided on turning to ended up actually being the most exciting thing you ever did, right? And you're like, Ish, what do you mean? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Well, I was asked what was one thing that you wished you knew before you started your healing journey. And this really took some time for me to think about because in all honesty, I don't really wish I knew anything outside of this one thing. And the one thing was how exciting the journey was actually going to be. Now, you may be thinking exciting, like how is it exciting? Well, if I'm being honest, in the moment really, it wasn't truly exciting. It was actually really quite terrifying and scaring, and there was a lot of fear out of it, and the fear really was just because of there's so much unknown that I was stepping into, that I had no idea that all of the work that I was putting in, all of my efforts, all of the time, all of my energy was actually going to amount to anything. But I had so much belief in my why that in the end, when I really started to feel the effects of what my healing journey was taking me through, I felt the excitement, I felt the joy, I felt the energy shift, not even just in myself, but in the people around me and in what was coming into my life. And that's what I mean, right? It's not going to really feel exciting at first, because there's the valley that we have to get through, the valley of the unknown. But once you build the momentum and you have a belief that your why is really as important as you say it is, that driving momentum to get you out of the valley of the unknown, it really turns into like a beautiful roller coaster of life, right? Yes, even though there are the dips and the turns and going upside down, flipping on your face sometimes, that is all part of the journey, and it's all exciting, not just the upwards, but everything in between from when you start to when you finish, right? And that is that process of like, even when you start, you have to have a finish as well. A healing journey is not meant to be for ever, right? Because then, are you really truly healing if you are at it for like 10, 12, 15 years, you know? Um, and I have this understanding that, yeah, maybe we won't ever really truly get to 100%, but we will always get ourselves really extremely close to 100%. That's so satisfactory that getting to 100% doesn't matter. And so if there was anything that I knew before I started my healing journey, it would be how exciting it really was or would be, and how worthwhile taking that step, that forward step into the unknown and trusting in the process was actually going to be, because of how fearful I was. Fearful of losing all the work that I had put into this life, creating this life, building this life, and not even just that, but also now losing the person that I dreamed of and I desired and I truly manifested to experience this life with. I was not ready to let that go. But what I had realized also is that during this healing journey and process, all of those fears of losing and loss, and control, and not knowing, all of that was important for me to leave behind, right? That was part of my lesson that I needed to learn, was that mindset, and also the fact that being okay with loss of what you've built and who you've attracted is okay, because at the end of the day, it's not about everyone else out there. It's about me, right? And the loss of who I used to be, the old version of me, the past self, I was truly okay and comfortable with that, because that version was no longer serving me. It was keeping me small. It was keeping me limited. And I knew that I deserved to excel and elevate past that kind of version of me. I just needed a little bit of a push. No, I needed a slap. I needed someone to really stand up and show me that who I was being, how I was being, what I was being was not really me. And I needed to find who I was. And that journey started in 2022. And I am happy to say I'm still not yet complete. It's taken me still about like 4, almost 5 years, but I'm almost there. There's still little fears, different challenges that I am overcoming and I'm growing from, but I am aware of it. I am witnessing with such awareness and such consciousness of these aspects of myself that I need to overcome, and I will overcome. And it no longer is as scary as when I started. It has now truly been exciting and joyful to create and to build this better, higher version of myself that attracts so many beautiful people, so many beautiful opportunities and experiences that I could have never even thought I would ever get here if it were not for this journey. And so I'm always so grateful, thankful, and blessed to be where I'm at. And just know that as you go through your process of healing and as you take the step forward on this journey, that you have so many other people supporting you and backing you, that you are not alone, that there are so many people here to guide you and keep you on the direction back to your truest, most honest, highest, greatest version of yourself. It is always worth it. It is always scary. But just know that if it weren't for the fear, then the journey wouldn't be worthwhile at the end of the road. Okay. So, thank you for tuning in, for listening to Ish Talks with this beautiful weather that I am surrounded by. And if you have any comments, questions, feedback, I'm always open ears. And like, share, and subscribe, and continue to stay tuned for more talks from me, Ish. Yes, and thank you.